Surprisingly, the solution to all this, to all these problems, is simple, and simple on purpose. It had to be. If we're going to convince physicians to stop using paper cards and use an electronic device, it has to take the same amount of time and perhaps even be more convenient. The VIRTMED Billing Card system, in fact, only comprises three major elements. The palm-connected organizers that physicians can carry with them, a distribution of docking stations, really the synchronization, the hot sync cradles that can be at every nurse station, for example, so that they're always within reach very easily, and also the VIRTMED Global Sync server, which manages all these transactions, manages the billing codes, manages the guidelines, takes the work off of your hospital's IS and onto us. It's easy to use. From a physician's point of view, there's a few simple steps to adding billing codes for a particular patient. Here, a physician has a list of patients and just taps on a patient's name. Next, physician says, tap on the category of service, say follow-up, and then choose a level of service, say level 2. And that's it. That's how E&M works, a category and a level. So physician just chooses a name, a category, and a level is done. On to the next patient. There are a number of other features, but they don't have to be used. Really then, there's only one more duty for the physician, and that is to dock from time to time. Docking does a surprisingly large number of things. Most importantly, all the codes that have been entered recently for all the patients the doctor's seen, say in the last hours or the last day, get transmitted straight to the billing office for immediate processing. Why not start processing these codes while the patients are still in their beds, not a month later? Also, if the doctor is seeing any new patients, their names and other demographic data are loaded right onto the VIRTMED billing card right then, so they don't need to tap in any names, any letters. If there have been any guideline changes, those can also be transmitted to the doctor's VIRTMED billing card in the same step, so they'll always be there, always up to date. And if there have been any customizations or preferences changes, we'll load those also via the Global Sync server. We know, in fact, that it's easy and accepted by physicians because of a study at the Mass General Hospital. It was hugely successful. Every physician involved said that the training was sufficient, and it was only 10 minutes long. That's how easy it was. Second, a vast majority found the compliance features valuable. And it's a fact, as I said, they don't like these guidelines, and yet here's a way that made it palatable. They enter code, tab guidelines, they're reading it immediately. I better have listed these things in the patient chart to justify this. And very importantly, the vast majority said, yes, I would use this instead of my paper cards. I'd throw them out and use this system because it's better. And that's going to be good for hospital executives and others who care about capturing that revenue. It's also simple in its impact on existing systems. As I said, for physicians, no big deal. In terms of infrastructure, your hospital already has its networking infrastructure. We can work off of that. And also the docking stations, bolt them to a wall in your nurse station, for example. Doesn't take much room. Also, for hospital IS, a negligible impact. Our Global Sync server takes care of that. Makes sure that your hospital IS really only needs to worry about, say, patient names and demographic data. Simple queries like that. It has so little an impact that it can coexist with the paper system, which minimizes your risk. It's also superior by technology. See what we've chosen. Palm-connected organizers, first of all, which are the Palm computers of choice for mobile professionals now, and it's time for them to move into hospitals. The VIRTMED Global Sync server, which takes the work off of the backs of your IS people. We also make use of 3Com Virtual Private Network, which provides for secure and economical network transactions, say between hospital sites and with our central VIRTMED site, which manages your Global Sync server from afar. It also comes in handy with the new billing data transmission guidelines that are set out in HIPAA. We're just about done now. I'll reiterate some of the advantages of the VIRTMED billing card system. We've got automatic code submission. We've got archiving of billing data. You don't need to worry about lost cards and lost charges anymore. Physicians can bill more accurately now because they have the easy guideline lookup. and charge lag drastically reduced from over a month down to days or hours. Whenever a physician adds a new patient to his list, admits a new patient, he's going to be submitting all of his or her codes. I revisit the bottom line. It's accepted by physicians. A study at Mass General showed that. Minimal impact on your existing systems. The technology speaks for itself. And last, this extraordinary return on investment, which ensures that your system will pay for itself in well under a year and continue to give great returns in years to come. And that's it. Thank you very much for coming today and hearing this talk. Thanks again to 3Com. I urge you to come by the 3Com booth today to hear about their products and also to see a demo of ours. And also, there will be a giveaway of a Palm 3 every day, so please come by. Thank you.